something so satisfying and something so amazing about having different universes kind of cross over with each other. That's what I love doing in most of my stories, is I love crossing over universes. It's not like for like the entire duration of the story, but it's kind of like got a kind of vaguely crossing over. It's so fun to do, and it's just like it gives me such like happiness inside of like knowing exactly what that story is going to be about, and it's so fun. It is so fun because it's like I love crossing shit over. I think crossovers for things is amazing. Like, take Marvel for example. When you have crossovers of like the Flash and the Arrow, or like DC Legends of Tomorrow and all of that, and like crossing over DC Legends of Tomorrow with the Arrow, the Flash, and Supergirl, I think all of that is just so cool. So what I love doing is I kind of love having older older superhero characters or people in Supernatural kind of like have daughters or have sisters that have, because it's hard to explain, but it's like if I'm writing stuff for Harry Potter people, then I like crossing over people from there. Like, I take Marvel or DC, or I take superheroes or supernatural characters, and I do a little bit of their background, do a little bit of their, you know, history and shit, and then I throw them into the Harry Potter universe, and then who knows what could happen there. Like, it's just so fun. And I think the reason why I love crossovers so much is because, like, I'm trying to work on a horror story crossover, my bad. Horror story crossover about Rant High School Host Club, which is an anime that I love, and Corpse Party, which is a very bloody, gory, animated game that I have and that I love, and that I've seen people play that I adore. I also have the books to it too. And I thought about crossing them over, you know, bringing the people from Rant High School Host Club, you know, this very funny and, you know, anime into a bloody, gory anime, and kind of dropping them to there. You know, that's what I've been trying to do. I have the layout all set out, and like I even drew the map of like Kisaragi Academy from Corpse Party, the original, I think the place where they get stuck in. But it's just so fun. But like, one of the things about crossovers is that it does get a bit complicated. Like, for that story in general, the horror one, it gets complicated because I have to figure out dialogue and characters and figure out who gets murdered and figure out how to murder them and do all of that and figure out because also Corpse Party, because it's also a video game, it also incorporates like bad endings and like the items that you pick up and the items that you have to use, and there's a bunch of you know, flashbacks and all of that I have to figure out how to come up with. I mean, I could just originate it into my own story or whatever, but it's like I want to make it seem real, you know? And because the video game is super kind of realistic, because you got like these jump cuts and whatnot, I gotta figure out how to do the dialogue of that, so I gotta figure all of that out, which, you know, in meantime sounds fun, but it's just like right now it's kind of out of my league. Like, still going on the rant of just crossovers in general, it's a super fun thing that I love doing, you know, but it's like, there's so much that kind of has to go into it, because it's like while it's like most of these characters I do know about, and I know like their story, and I know like, you know, whatever, the basics bullshit of all of it, it does kind of get a bit complicated when I have to kind of figure out conflict, because I don't like conflict. I try to avoid it at all costs, but you gotta have those in stories, so that's kind of what I try to do. So the thing is like, I gotta change it up, but I'm trying to figure out how. But anywho, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm sure I'm boring everyone, and I'm sure nobody ever listens to these, but hey, whatever. So yeah, that was my little rant about crossovers. I adore it more than anything. It's super fun to do. Yeah, let's get right into it.